and good evening. Welcome to the Day 2 report of the Daily Press Poll and on what's going on here in Stockholm of ESCToday.com, live from the Eurovision Song Contest 2016 in Stockholm. The second part of the first semi-final had a chance to rehearse today for the first time. Soon we'll get to see the rehearsals and discuss what happened here. In addition, Sweden had rehearsed. Sweden will perform also as a part of the first semi-final as a guest. So France had a chance to rehearse today for the first time as well. Sweden will not be included in the daily press poll, so we will have a better image about what's going on with the first semi-final. Sweden will be included later in a specific poll for the finalists, the Big Five, and Sweden. So the first country to rehearse today, song number 10 in the first semi-final, is Czech Republic with Gabriela Guchnikova singing "I Stand." Let's watch the rehearsal.
The meaning of the song is a little bit describe life. It's just about to still keep the standards that we have and stand by it no matter what, and be a good example for another people when we achieve something.
So I remind you, before we get to talk about Czech Republic, that if you have any questions or comments to say about what happened today or at all, you can leave a comment on the Facebook post or here on YouTube, and I will try to answer your questions at the end of the report. So Czech Republic, you have seen just the rehearsal. It's only a small part of the rehearsal. Gabriela is very experienced. We can see her stage presence. She is very strong, although she stands alone on the stage. The video art is stunning. It is made of triangles, and later on, towards the end, it turns into flowers. If you remember from Gabriela's video clip, it has mostly triangles and flowers. Those concepts appear also in her performance. The dress, she wears a white dress. The bottom part from her chest down is being projected with different colors like blue or red or blue or velvet or pink, like colors who match their performance. It was a very good performance today. Overall, I can say that today was a bit weaker day of rehearsals. But again, Czech Republic, with a very, very good performance, has got the result of 110 points. Yes, 110 points. Czech Republic got a landslide here. Almost all journalists voted for Czech Republic and gave it the first or the second place. I don't know how it will reflect on the main result. I can say almost for sure that Czech Republic is going to qualify to the grand final for the first time with Gabriela. It might do better. It doesn't mean that now that Czech Republic is better than Russia or Armenia because it got a better score, because it's compared to the other songs today. If Czech Republic was in the poll of yesterday, I'm sure that Gabriela would get a good place, but it might not beat Sergei or Iveta. That's for Czech Republic. Let's move on to the second rehearsal today. -1 singing -1 from Cyprus. Here's Cyprus rehearsal. So this was the rehearsal of Cyprus minus one singing Alter Ego. So you can see that Cyprus has some cages on stage. It reminds of some performances from Melody Festival, and we all know that Thomas Gisson was involved in writing the song. He wrote the Cypriot entry this year. It might got the influence from there. During a later stage of the rehearsal, Cyprus also had smoke on the stage. The performance is very moving. It changed from the first run to the second run to the third run, as there are many shots, there are many camera angles to work with. It looked different from time to time. Cyprus has the concept of wolves, like Belarus. It was very confusing when we saw it here. There are like blinks of wolves, like of video art in the performance. They still don't know how much wolves to put and where and how, so it looked a bit different. Sometimes it was more, or sometimes it was less. It's a thing that we will get to see in a better shape later on. But Cyprus has some video art of wolves in the performance. It's a very good rock song. It's very unique. I'm sure that the audience who like this kind of songs will probably vote for it. Yet I'm not sure what will happen. It has a pretty good chance to qualify, but so far it looks a bit messy. The result of Cyprus for today is 36 points. That's the reaction from the press today regarding Cyprus. Our next rehearsal for today is Austria. Zoe singing a song totally in French, 100% in French. Here is Zoe with 1DC.
The Eurovision Song Contest is the biggest thing and a great adventure, and it has always been my dream to be part of it. I am so grateful that I have finally the chance to do this.
Yeah, so this was Zoe from Austria. We can all see familiar things in the rehearsal, the video. She was using a similar one in the national final. We can see in the video clip of the song, we could see the same elements. If you have watched her performance from Dancing Stars lately, it also showed the same things. It's a bit different, it's more complicated, it has more elements, but the concept is the same. Personally, I hope that Austria will do something like, with a band or some circus stuff. But finally, Zoe stands alone on the stage, and she gives a very good performance. She knows how to sing. She seems very experienced. The whole thing works as a whole. It was very nice to see it and to watch it. Very enjoyable. And Austria in this year's press poll got a total of so Austria got a total of 57 points. It puts her up to the second place right now, and what you saw is a message from Zoe. We already knew that, I personally already knew that Zoe is going to get a good place and a decent amount of points in the press poll, so we went to ask Zoe what is she preparing to do, how her rehearsal went, and what she's going to do during the upcoming rehearsal. So let's watch Zoe's message.
So I had a lot of fun with my rehearsal today. It felt amazing being on stage and seeing the whole big thing for the first time. It was beautiful. I really loved it. For the next rehearsal, I'm just gonna work on my moves, like when to do that, when to turn around, when to let the butterflies fly away, and of course to be more secure with the cameras, to know when to smile, when like things looking into the camera. But today was already very nice. I had really a lot of fun, and yeah, of course the choice of dress has to be made. Is it gonna be this dress or not? I really love the dress because it's very fairy tale like, but we're gonna see this at the next rehearsal. Rehearsal, yes.
Yeah, so this was Sweet Zoe from Austria. Up next was Estonia with Yuri Putzman singing Play. Let's watch Yuri's rehearsal first.
So the main thing what I want to aim here in Eurovision is that I want to enjoy everything as much as possible. I want to enjoy being on a stage. I want to enjoy the music. I want to enjoy the people. I want to enjoy the crowd, the energy, the city, and that is the most important thing for me.
So we can see that Estonia is having like a Casino Royale style, like a Las Vegas lounge. He is playing with cards. It's hard to see in this video, but he has like a card trick. Estonia is familiar already with magic tricks. If you remember 2011 with Geteriani. The performance is simple, like Zoe, he stands alone on the stage, but this time the video art, the background, the stage isn't so stunning, so in motion with the performance. It means that his performance will have to concentrate a lot on the camera work. He said it also during the press conference, the meet and greet. The camera work has been changing from run to run. It's still not finalized. It will mostly be based on the camera work of Estonia. The camera work and the movements and the eye movements of Yuri himself. So far, it looks promising, but the Estonian delegation will have to work much more in order to bring something decent and successful from this song. The result of Estonia. Estonia got a total of 30 points in this poll today. Moving on to one of the maybe promising acts and the most PR'd songs of this year, we talk of course about Samra from Azerbaijan singing the great song Miracle. Let's watch Samra's rehearsal from today.
It is a dramatic breakup story, despite the fairy tale-like title. It's about young, strong girl who's going through the tough times with her boyfriend. And I think that we all need to believe in miracles.
So this was Samra from Azerbaijan with Miracle. We already watched Samra performing her song in different pre-parties, and her singing was questionable. She was also a bit, excuse me, a bit sick today. She had to cancel her interviews with the press that were scheduled. She only did the meet and greet. She probably has to rest. So we could hear that also during her performance. It's clear that Azerbaijan is using a Swedish production. We seen it also last year with El Nur in Vienna. Samra has got 4 dancers. They perform very well. The camera work seemed to be already in a very high level of being ready. It seemed already like almost finalized. However, the interaction of the dancers with Samra, it seemed a little weird, a little bit strange. Maybe because Samra doesn't feel really well. Maybe because of something else. They also have like Eric Saade movements. I'm not sure if you could see it in the video, but it very reminds of Popular. So it has some stuff of similarity. There is no gimmick in Azerbaijan's performance. It has a good video art, a good VJ, but there is no an extraordinary gimmick. So not so far in what we saw in the first rehearsal. Maybe something has to come. So if we take a look at the result of Samra today, taking into care all the factors that I've been saying, unfortunately we can see that Azerbaijan ended up with only 5 points in this year's press poll. It was very shocking in comparison. You know, we saw Czech Republic finishing with 110 points. On the other end, Azerbaijan got only 5 points. It didn't get much attention from the press today. Moving on to Montenegro, with Highway singing The Real Thing.
Well, this song talks about two human beings and their strong passion between them. It's about emotions, and for us, this song is the real thing. You know, it's a little bit different than other songs. It's in rock style. Because we like that type of music, we wanted to do something different, and we think that we succeed in that.
This was Montenegro. I remind you again, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them on the Facebook post or on the YouTube video directly where this is broadcasted. I will try to answer your questions when all the results are already presented. So Montenegro, it's a good performance for this kind of song. It's a rock dubstep song. It's a bit hard for people to get to know it, to sing it along. It's not so catchy, but the overall show was good and good for this kind of song. The staging was a bit dark. You can hardly see the members of the band, their faces. It has a lot of lights, but it's very dark. So it might not be appealing to the common viewer, to those who will sit and watch the Eurovision for the first time, unless you are a fan and a supporter of such kind of songs. You might not run and vote for Montenegro. It won't be your first choice. It continues the line of Montenegro from 2013, the dark electronic stuff, unless it doesn't have a catchy phrase here like Igranka. Looking at the result of Montenegro, we can see that Montenegro ended up with 11 points. Moving up to one of the strong Scandinavian countries this year, I'm talking about Iceland, with Greta Salome singing Hear Them Calling.
The message of my song is...
Yeah, we had a little problem. You got to see Armenia again. It's nice to see Armenia again, but in a few seconds we will watch Iceland. So hold on.
The song Hear Them Calling is really about how we're exposed to the negative voices and negative influences in today's society, and how we should not listen to those voices but listen to the positive ones, and also, very important, be a positive voice for one another.
So this was Iceland with Greta Salome singing Hear Them Calling. The performance is pretty familiar to you all. It's the national final performance, a bit revamped. The video got a different texture of the video. It also was presented in the preview video, of course. The rehearsal was a bit problematic. Like she's moving on stage, and with the screen, we couldn't see Greta on stage for long parts of the performance. We didn't know if it should be like this, if it is planned, or we just can't find her. It was improved from time to time, but it might not work on a big stage if you compare the size of the stage here in Stockholm to the stage in in Reykjavik, it might not do and have the same effect of coolness and of darkness that we are familiar with. Let's see the result of Iceland. So Iceland ended up with 38 points. You can see that it's slightly more than Estonia and even more than Cyprus. It actually stands up in the third place right now after Czech Republic and Austria. Moving on to the rehearsal of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Din, Dalal, Anna Ruchner, and Jala singing Ljubav je.
It's unique message of love. It's about time to stop building walls and barbed wires, and we have to start to build bridges, to love each other, to respect each other, and to share and spread love.
So this was the rehearsal of Bosnia and Herzegovina. During the meet and greet, I was asking the guys, the members, what's going on with the performance, what's the idea behind it, and they said the song talks about love, but it talks more about that people should love each other and love everyone. We should support other people. Some of you might think of the refugee crisis with this fence. It talks about this as Bosnia and Herzegovina had a war 20 years ago, and many of the members, both Din and Dalal, they were refugees in different countries. They had to go away from Bosnia to other countries. In the beginning of the performance, everybody is covered with foils in gold and silver. So it was also told in the meet and greet that, under this foil there is someone, there is a person, a doctor, a singer, an artist. And we should all love each other and support each other. This is the message from Bosnia and Herzegovina. The performance was really good. I'm pretty sure Bosnia and Herzegovina will get the support from the other ex-Yugoslav countries participating in the semifinal, also probably from Austria, where we have a big community of Bosnians. However, in today's poll, Bosnia got only 12 points. It didn't appeal so much. It probably looked a bit weird to a lot of the press members, but we will have to see how the finalized performance will look like and how it will appeal to the people at home from Europe and from these specific countries that tend to vote for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Closing the semifinal is Malta, Ira Losko, coming back to Eurovision after finishing second in 2002. This time she will sing Walk on Water. Let's watch the rehearsal.
I'm very excited. The stage is amazing. It obviously looks completely different to the one in 2002. Everything is so big and so amazing. So I feel really, really good.
So this was Ira Losko from Malta. It has already been told that Malta has one of the most complex and difficult performances this year technically, as Malta is using a full 360-degree projection mapping. Like Ira is, during the first part of the performance, you can see her with a black dress. In this rehearsal video, it's from a later part of her performance, but in the beginning and most parts of the song, she wears a big dress where things are projected on that dress. She can move freely around the stage, and it won't interrupt the projection. However, during the first run of the performance, you could see things projected on her face. The performance itself begins with the face of Ira singing the song, and it's projected on the dancer. So it's a very, very difficult performance. Also, the representatives of the Maltese delegation were saying in the meet and greet that it is complex and there is still work to do with SVT, with the broadcaster, in order to make sure that everything works. We will probably see an improvement and much more things in the upcoming rehearsals. However, this is the idea, the concept of the performance of Malta. She also has a water circle, like a drone around her during the some part of the performance. She has the dancer with her. This is Malta's performance. Looking at the result of Malta today, we can see that Malta ended up with 16 points. Yet something was missing in this performance. It wasn't perfect as we expected it to see. We all had high expectations from Malta being so high in the betting odds and the song being favorite. Malta already got more than 3 million views on the video clip of Walk on Water on YouTube. So we have high hopes from Malta. So far, they weren't fulfilled. So after looking at the results of this year, of today, we can say the Czech Republic was clearly the winner with a landslide of 110 points. It is unusual. I'm not saying now, like again, that Czech Republic is going to win Eurovision, but it's a good song. It's a good performance. It worked well, and compared to the other candidates, the other rehearsals we had today, Czech Republic was the best. More to rehearse today was Sweden. Sweden, like I said in the beginning, will have a role in the first semi-final. So France, the representative of Sweden, had the opportunity to rehearse "If I Were Sorry" for the first time today. Let's watch his rehearsal.
To participate in the Eurovision Song Contest means a lot for me. It's a real honor to represent your country, especially at home soil. So I'm very proud of myself, I guess, and my team. If I were sorry.
So this was Sweden. France, like Sweden, is pretty much almost every year they take the performance from Melody Festival and go with it to Eurovision. We can say that France is much more connected to the song. He's much more experienced. He's much more confident. He has much more confidence in his performance. We could see it clearly if you compare it to the performance from Melody Festival. And he also is using the catwalk towards the end of the song, which he didn't use in Melody Festival, and there was no catwalk there. The performance works good. I'm sure that it will appeal to the common viewer. Yet we will have to see what the press thinks about Sweden. We will get to know that together with the Big Five. So again, I'll show the results of today. Czech Republic is the winner. Austria second place, and Iceland third place. You can see the rest of the placings on your screen right now. So, time for some answers and questions. Questions and answers. Let's see. What are you asking? So, Michelle Zandvoort from the Netherlands probably asking, do you think that the Netherlands can qualify after seeing all from semi-1? I think so. If it managed to stand out yesterday, which was a stronger day of rehearsals, and still get a third place there, I'm pretty sure that Netherlands can qualify. Yeah. Christian Faisa, all of the 3 Baltic states passed to the final like the last year. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the rehearsals of Latvia and Lithuania. That's on the second semi-final that will start tomorrow. Estonia will have to work harder, like I said, in order to qualify. The performance now, it has a concept, it looks promising, but yet it will be mostly based on the camera work and Yuri's movements. So they will have to get these things sorted out for the upcoming rehearsals. Oris Ognans, will Czech Republic qualifies for the first time this year? My answer is yes. It's a good ballad. It's a good balloting by a woman. We had plenty of these in the contest, yet it stands out and it's very professional. So yes. Mani Stepanian, did estimations of the press previous years matched with the result? Yes, we managed to predict who will qualify, who will not qualify. I could say that Iceland and Belarus and Malta won't qualify. They got low scores, pretty low scores in the poll. Yet we could see that Latvia will be successful, that Israel will be successful. The final press poll, we just went and asked to give the top 3 out of all finalists. The final top 8 of these, 7 out of these top 8 were actually the top 7 in a slightly different order. So it means people were like shocked that Latvia got such a high place in the polls, but yet it managed to be true. Why Sweden not receive any points in the press poll? Like I said, Sweden will get its points compared to the big 5 if Sweden had the opportunity to get votes this year. Today. So we could estimate that the first semifinal in a worse way. It wouldn't be so correct. From both days, who do you consider the best performance? The first semifinal was much more ready. The second semifinal still has things to work on, like I said, in most of the performances. But I'm pretty sure that Armenia, like in who won yesterday, she had the best rehearsal and probably will have the best performance. I can say pretty sure that she will finish in the top 3 of the semifinal. Yet we will have to see. So yes, it will be Russia versus Armenia for the first place in semifinal 1. Probably yes. We can have surprises. For now, I see the Czech Republic can also climb to the top 3, maybe of the semifinal. It can be a dark horse, along with Austria. Austria can also finish in a high place, but we will have to wait and see the other rehearsals. Adnan Yaserovic, what was the impression of press on Bosnia today and how it looks on TV? I'm pretty sure the press didn't expect Bosnia and Herzegovina to have something like this, a performance like this. Maybe they expected something more cheesy about love, yet it looks very good. It's very unique, and with the base behind Bosnia and Herzegovina, it can do well, and we can, of course, hopefully see Bosnia in the grand final. David Cortes, who do you think has no chance to be in the final? It's hard to say. I'm not sure about it. It all depends on the live performance at the end. I wasn't here reporting live in 2014, but the press and everybody were much impressed with May Feingold from Israel. At the end, she didn't qualify. Like everything, it didn't work out. In the end, it was a bit problematic. So I can't say who will qualify, who will not qualify, but the results of the press polls can give a good indication, along with other polls and betting odds that are spread around the web. What do you think? Hungary will qualify to the final? I think so. But yet it depends on the final outcome. It can be good. It can be not so good. It's not a 100% qualifier, according to the polls and what we saw here on the screens. So it depends on the final outcome. I said yesterday, Freddie has a lot more of things to show us. The performance will be different and better than what we managed to see. Sorry. So I'm sure that Hungary will get improved and do better. Oded Avraham asks, will Russia win or is a big mess? We can have surprises. The Russian performance was good. It's made of many elements. So we will have to wait and see what will happen. Things of Eurovision aren't based on performance only, but on many other things that we don't know yet. Christian, the dress that Gabriela wear today is the dress for the final act in the semi-final. I think so because it has the projection. It's not like usual clothes that she will change because they had to test the projection of the colors on her dress. Maybe she got some other white dresses or other styles, but this concept is probably going to be the concept in Gabriela's performance. Could it be the first time that Azerbaijan fails to qualify? You know, last year Azerbaijan qualified to the final from the 10th place. I'm thinking that one of the voting elements, the televote or the jury placed Azerbaijan out of the final. It means one had to save one had saved Azerbaijan from failing to qualify. They went to the final only from the 10th place. So we can have a surprise, definitely. If the press wasn't impressed from the performance, which looks pretty finalized, maybe because of Samra's vocals, she's a bit sick, as I was told, and we also saw in here. It might be some bad news for Azerbaijan this year. My top 10. It's difficult. It changes all the time. Suddenly you get to hear songs from a different point of view. You start liking songs better. I did my ranking. You know, there's the website that you can have battles between songs and rank your songs. Czech Republic was like in the 23rd place for me, but seeing the live performance and the presence of Gabriela on stage, it probably pushes her up some places. Yeah. Nicholas asked if Cyprus will qualify. It's very unique for this kind of entry. You know, there aren't so many rock songs in the semifinal. Maybe we can take Montenegro as a comparison. We don't have much more other rock songs. So and Cyprus also got Greece to vote for it in this semifinal. So I'm pretty sure that Cyprus has chances to qualify.
Your microphone is
Of what's going on. Sorry if there was a bit cut in the sound. I'll conclude and say that we don't know which semifinal is stronger. We still have a lot more to see in the second semifinal. So let's wait and see which surprises we're going to see later. Okay, so that's all for today. That's all for semifinal 1. It's time to think, to take up the results. You can discuss it with your friends, with other Eurovision fans, see what they think. It's a big surprise that Czech Republic wins and Azerbaijan finishes in the last place in the poll with such a small amount of points. We'll have to wait and see. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. You will get the latest updates right away. The time for the broadcast tomorrow will be posted tomorrow. We'll have to see how it goes with the rehearsals here. It changes from day to day. So let's end with the winner of this year's of today's poll. It's Czech Republic. We'll watch again the rehearsal video that was published from Eurovision.tv, who was responsible for all the videos that you have seen here in the broadcast. Like I said, this short video of Czech Republic does not reflect the actual performance. It's much more impressive live. That's why Czech Republic won by a landslide almost. The journalist here could not resist and ignore Czech Republic. So here is Gabriela Guchnikova with I Stand.
meaning of the song is a little bit describe the life. It's just about to still like keep the standards that we have and stand by it no matter what, and be a good example for another people when we achieve something.